Now.
Happy Super Bowl Sunday.
We can't see you down there. Your head was gone. You were below.
I had to really set the mood with the.
It's because you wanted us to see the belt in the background. That's what it was.
Oh, you're so clever. You make me look like a little crazy ass. Look at it. Look at it. Temporary placement. I've got to find a cooler home for her, but old Bertha's hanging up, posted, represented, and shockingly, she does fit around my beer belly, y'all.
How many screws did it take to get Bertha to fit on the wall?
Bertha's held up by. It's not light. Bertha's held up by about 2 very hefty nails.
There you go. Good job, Bertha.
Oh. He's going to training school one day, y'all.
Well, he's doing fine. Super Bowl Sunday.
Sunday. Who you got today? Who you got?
Versus the Patriots. Well, who would I have to have? I live in Washington State. It has to be the Seahawks.
I know, but right. But if the Cowboys were in the Super Bowl, you won't catch me dead rooting for them. So, it's not always nice to assume, but yes.
Not really a sports ball person, but go Seahawks. We don't ever call them the Sea Chickens at our house. So
but did you also just say I'm not a sports ball person?
Yeah, that's what Kurt says. That's what I say. I'm not a sports ball person.
Oh my God, you're the cutest thing in the world. I'm not a sports ball person, but
that's what Kurt says. So now I've taken it on. No, we don't watch many sports. We watch hockey, but we don't really even do that anymore. I'm a professional child chaser right now, so that's what I do. Oh, go ahead. Willie's just going to talk in the background. Just let it go.
We're screaming at each other. I want to play that game one day with you. Without saying what you do, tell me what you do. You would make the best one-liners.
I don't know about that. I guess we'll find out someday. Yeah. Do you see something I'm wearing?
Is that the new?
This is the new Red Onion Reptiles sweatshirt.
Oh, it's beautiful. Give me the full show. Nice. Give me the full show.
Okay. You got to see.
Yeah.
How good does that look?
Oh my gosh. He did
Bear,
such a good job.
Our sponsor. Amazing and wonderful Darla. But this is You can't miss this if you're walking around. Look at this thing.
Oh, I love that. That's cool.
You could scan it.
Wonderful.
You can check out Bear. And then, but wait.
It's a great idea.
There's more. I have a koozie. I know.
One of the coolest logos in the game.
With another logo and a QR code. You can never miss Bear. So you should check him out. Buy some snakes. Just be nice to him. He's a great fellow.
He's the nicest guy ever.
And then we've got reptile ads where you can list and buy all the reptiles you could possibly desire. You've got Charlie, Reagan Renee Royal Pythons.
Yep.
Buy a snake, you get a discount using our code.
We got so many cool dude friends.
Rack it up.
Yeah. Rack it up, baby. Rack it up.
And then Husbandry Pro, Rainbow 60. Get 60 free days.
You're just throwing out great things, aren't you?
It's because I've got this really cool koozie and this really cozy sweatshirt. I can't go wrong today. But today we get to sit down with an incredible human being who's always in our chat on Sunday.
Always supporting and showing us love. It's kind of monumental. I think we couldn't have planned this any better. Super Bowl Sunday, just a couple of players and coach.
You got to have a coach on Sunday.
We got to have a coach on Super Bowl Sunday.
You're going to have an old football coach on the darn show when you're going to have a Super Bowl.
It's like serendipity.
We're getting real good at this podcast thing now.
No kidding. That's why I wanted to sign up. I'm the father of daughters, so I have a 38-year-old and a 22-year-old daughter. So I also have a son that's 38, but I'm always rooting for the girls. I'm a princess lover at heart. I just want them to be, shut down the boys. I'm ready for the just hand the keys over.
Girls just want to have fun.
That's right. Yep. My wife my wife's been running my life for quite a while now.
So what would you do without us? It's
gosh darn it.
Yeah. Man.
So before, when we were backstage, we got to talk about where Coach is from, but Lace didn't get to hear all of it, and all the people hanging out in the chat don't get to hear all of it. So Coach, you got to tell us about you and how long you've been doing this for.
Just like a couple weeks.
Just a couple days. The last other week I got a couple snakes. No, I was originally born and raised in the East Bay. I was born in Oakland, raised in East Bay. Big Raider fan, big huge Raider fan. They won't be playing today. They won't be in the game at all. And I don't think they can watch the game. I think they're not allowed to even watch.
They're not allowed to watch.
Yeah, they've fallen a long way. When I was young, they were really, really good. But I moved to Phoenix in the 90s. When I was a kid, we used to go catch lizards and snakes. And when I say we, I mean my friends would catch them because I wouldn't touch them. I was like, I was a ball player and I was afraid. So I was like, but I was fascinated, absolutely fascinated with the lizards and the snakes. We used to catch blue belly fence lizards by the hundreds of them. And then garter snakes. The Bay Area is very famous for, they've got some very nice garter snakes. And then we would catch the gopher snakes. And I wouldn't catch them. My friends would catch them. And then, a lot of times I'd spend a lot of time staring into a 5-gallon bucket, just amazed at what I was looking at. And so when I moved to Arizona in the 94, I went to work for a company that was, I actually worked at PetSmart's corporate office here in Phoenix in the 90s, and started to I worked in space management, and then I worked for actually a manufacturer's rep, and so I was like a manufacturer's rep, like 3M and 8-in-1 pet products, and a lot of
I'd be lost without my 3M sometimes, y'all.
Right. They did the Elizabethan collars. They had a nice Elizabethan collars, and we did a nice wing rack to display those so that you could find them when you went into the store, so they weren't like stuffed under a shelf somewhere. And it was fun, but I enjoyed that. In the 90s, I kept colubrids, a lot of milk snakes, corn snakes, king snakes. And then I went through, what a lot of us in life. I was divorced from my first wife. We were married. I was like 19 years old, and so we were just young. And I've been married to my wife now for 23 years, and we've been together almost 26 years, and that's our 22-year-old daughter. So I had another child with her, but I've enjoyed life. And then I started keeping ball pythons in like 2013. I bought one off of Craigslist, a spider ball python. He's still down there. He's over there. And then I just started, I was just going to keep, I worked out of the house 2 or 3 days a week, and I was just going to keep a snake in here, maybe 2. Yeah. I now have like 90 some ball pythons. I produce most of what I have in here. I started with about 25 or 30 founder animals, to start just seeing if I could do this. And I've had a ball. This is absolutely, the hobby has changed. It's totally different than it was when I first started.
That's something I definitely want to you to shed light on how it was then, where we're at now. The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Right. See, back then, this entire hobby has been built on the back of the spider ball python and the bumblebee. The bumblebee ball python, when they hit the pastel spider, it did something different, and people fell out of the woodwork wanting to keep. I remember I wanted a bumblebee ball python. They were only selling for about $800 when I started in 2013, and Blue-Eyed Lucy's, a male was $1,200, a female was $1,400, a Mystic Potion was like $1,400, and so I was buying like a pastel.
I would have expected more, I'll be honest.
From my friends over there at your friend.
That's my dog.
Pythons. New York, they shipped me. Pastel Lesser, my very first female ball python. I still have her. Everything that's lesser in my collection is she's either mom, grandma, great grandma, or great great grandma, and she's just
There's nothing
awesome.
lesser about her.
No, and she's a really nice pastel lesser. I've made some really beautiful animals with her, and I'm very happy with her.
I'm excited to meet her. She's like famous.
Yeah, so I mean that was Mr. Eaton and them. That was their ball python breeding company. And see, back then the thing was, it was like it was about what you produced, not really, I know, like Miguel, when he first came into the hobby, he took a beating because two things. I always say it's jealousy and envy. That's it. Just people can't deal with that. He was buying some really high end stuff, and so everybody was like, then it was like, oh, you just didn't do that. You don't. It was looked at like you were jumping ahead in line. It's like, my lunchbox was there. That's my space, and I've always just been the guy that I'm just having fun, doing my own thing. I'm not making $10,000 ball python. I never made a $10,000 ball python, but I made my own blue-eyed Lucy's that were $1,400-$1,500, and I made my own Mystic Potion. I made a purple passion because the first Mystic I bought ended up breeding in Mojave. So that's how I made my first blue-eyed Lucy's, was super Mojaves. I was thinking I was making Mystic Potions. No, blue-eyed Lucy's. So, and then I had to go find I got a Phantom male, but I think it took me like 10 years or so to make a purple passion. I started off the project for me at first was Mystic Potion. It ended up purple passion. But the Mojave that I have that breeds Mojave that I bought as a Mystic, I bought from Brian Gundy. And I can remember when I emailed him and I said, hey, Brian, remember that Mystic I got from you a little bit ago? And he's like, yeah. And I got her. She was like maybe 250 grams maybe. And I grew her up. So I had her for a little bit, and then I bred her to my Mojave Het OG. And so we I thought that I had produced patternless Mystic Potions. When they come out, they were like really pink and lavender. And then they shed, and I was like, "Oh, that's not a Mystic Potion. That's a Super Mojave Belle." And so she bred. And when I emailed him about it, and he was so like apologetic. He's like, "I can't believe she bred as a Mojave," because he was back then. He was doing a lot of Mojave stuff. The gold blush Mojave was really pretty as a gold blush. Yeah. So that's what Mr. Brian Gundy was working back then. So when I picked that Mystic girl off of a YouTube video and like messaged him about it and said that I want her. And so when I bred her, and she bred Mojave, so then I went and traded. I traded a bumblebee. I made a bumblebee Paz Het hypo female, and I traded it for a male Phantom Het clown. And I put that Phantom to that now Mojave girl, and like I said, it was a 10-year project for me for a 2-gener. Good job, Coach. Thanks.
Put me in, Coach.
You did great.
I did great. I did great. I also, I bought Chocolate way back, Chocolate the Gene. And I looked everywhere for Chocolate, and I found this guy on Facebook that's out in California. I don't think he's even in the hobby anymore, but I bought a pastel Chocolate Paz Het hypo from him. And I put her, when I grew her up, I put her to my Mojave Het OG, thinking, let's just try to, we didn't have shed testing then. It was just like, you had to just grow them up and breed them. And if you made one, then guess what? She's het. I proved her 7 eggs. The last egg was the all-gene animal, was a hypo Chocolate Pastave. He's amazing. Like, he's up there. And then I bred him back to mom and made super chocolates. I made a hypo super pastel super chocolate Mojave. And do you guys know Matt Yates from out here? Then he made like the same combo the next week, and it was like hit DG or it was DG. That son of a gun.
Always behind the mother.
I'm like, am I right? How do I hit a triple homozygous animal, and then the guy down the street hits one that's DG?
You know, you were riding high in April, and then you just got shot down in May.
I gave him such a hard time about that. We laugh about that. I'm like, you son of a gun.
You couldn't, the universe just couldn't let you feel good for long enough. They're like, he's
like a week.
He's feeling too good. We better.
You want to breed ball pythons?
Exactly 3 days. God darn it! Now back to reality.
Oh, there goes gravity.
Sit down, coach, and be quiet.
I love it.
I also hit her brother, who I thought was hypo, but turns out he's the super pastel, super chocolate Mojave that's het hypo. So the super pastel can kind of throw you off in that combo. Kind of looks a little hypo-ish.
You want to know something crazy, Coach? The other day, I was going down an allele rabbit hole, and I found this old forum from maybe like 2016, 17, 18-ish area. And it was talking about cinnamon and inchi. And everyone is just down there name dropping you. And I was like, this is so cool. I'm hanging out with him soon.
Yeah. I remember when I went, and the whole reason that I figured that out is because cinnamon, I wanted to make a cinnamon inchi genetic blackback. And I have a female down here that I bought as a genetic blackback. And I bought a cinnamon inchi male, and I'm thinking, all right, I'm ready. All I got to do is this one to that one. I'm good. And so I bred him like 5 times. I never made a cinnamon inchi anything.
I'm good.
I'm right there. I'm knocking. So then
use the cheat code, and then it doesn't breed.
Yeah, I bought a blackback female whose mother was a wild caught, and Lee Hingle picked her out of a ball box in 2013. So I'm like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get her. She was like 1,200 grams. I finished growing her up, and I put the cinnamon inchi to her too. And 9 eggs, beautiful eggs. They start pipping. I'm like, cinnamon. Yeah, it was 2.7 cinnamons. and I can remember I went on Facebook and I made a comment. I said, I don't know, but I think cinnamon and inchi might be allelic. And people thought, you thought I called people names or something or talked about their mother. They attacked me. There's no way. That's no. And it was funny, about 2-3 weeks after I put that on Facebook, I'm watching the guy up in Canada with Austin and Billy. Yes. And Billy and Austin are standing there in front of a rack, and they're working and showing snakes. And just like on a whim, Austin turns around to the camera and says, I don't know if you guys know this, but cinnamon and inchi are allelic. And then like a week later, Justin goes out and says cinnamon, and nobody said anything to him. Like, when it reminded me of when Justin came out with this video that said spot nose and chocolate are allelic. He should have got cussed out right there, cussed out on Facebook.
Canceled.
No, he got nothing. Crickets. Nothing.
Just coach.
Just
always going after the coaches.
Coaches, what the hell's going on, man?
Why me? And I even said, I think, I'm not saying for sure, but I've bred this little male 5 times. He's a 2-gene male. I've never made a wild type with him, and I've never made a cinnamon inchi with him. It was something like 30 eggs. I had never made a cinnamon inchi or a normal. So I'm like, he's either throwing cinnamon or inchi. That's like textbook allelic.
Which is still confusing, let's be honest. So,
well, then I started throwing HRA in the mix too. So I got HRA and inchi are allelic too, because HRA and cinnamon are allelic. So there's only 2 alleles. So if A is allelic with B and A is allelic with C, then B and C also have to be allelic. So if you put cinnamon to HRA, you get a gargoyle. And I can show you one of those later if you want. And then I also make the HRA Inchi, and the HRA Inchi is black-backed. It's black-backed. So what I'm trying to do is I can show you a pastel lesser HRA. That's the daughter of our friend Mr. Eaton's female. Because I'm trying to keep that black back. And so I'm putting it to different things if you take away the black back, then you're out of the project. So you can't play if you don't play nice. So Enchi was black back, and I've also done the Enchi Fire HRA, which is black back. And I've already got we
got to see the black back. I'm getting stoked about it.
This is
something we've never mentioned on the show, not once, not ever. Am I wrong, Nick?
Blackback is my thing. That's my deal. I'm either gonna be a blackback, or I want it the dorsal completely striped, or then just do something wacky with it, like a GHI Mojave, with the black sides and the little, looks like they're wearing jewelry down their dorsal with just the little markings. So that's my
nobody come for me, but are you putting blackhead into blackback? What happens?
Yes, I'm going to do that, and I'm doing it right now. I'm putting I made a blackhead calico that's totally black-backed, and I was putting him to the pastel lesser HRA, but he's not doing. He's a little young, and I think he needs more training. So I'm going to put his dad in. There's just a single gene blackhead that I got from Balls Out Ball Pythons. And I looked for blackhead that had, because you can find like cinnamon. I can show you blackback cinnamons. I've got those. That's part of the gene. It's a trait of the gene. It'll sometimes throw blackback stuff. Black pastel does the same thing. And but blackhead will blackback. And when you super blackhead, it really wants the blackback. So yes, blackhead's going into my HRA project to the pastel lesser HRA next. I'm trying to do that this year.
I cannot effing wait.
I really love the blackhead gene. I mean, just in its single gene form, it is so dramatic.
Coach, do you need something? I got a couple boyfriends for you, babe.
Coach is going to put in the spring.
And we were talking last night on another little discussion about red stripe with cypress. Those two were like made for one another.
You know what they go together like, guys?
Peanut butter and jelly.
Or butt cheeks.
I got you. I'm sorry. I've seen that before.
Peanut butter and jelly is also fantastic.
Peanut butter and jelly never disappoints. I'll tell you that.
So whenever you're talking to a lineman type guy, we're always everything's about food. It's kind of like those commercials that Uber is trying to, football's trying to just make you hungry and sell food. Yeah, I think so too. I'm here to blow the top off of that. I think football is all about food.
Blow the top off of that. Oh God, that don't let me forget. I made something that I want you to see, and I want you to give me your thoughts on it. Blackhead and Inchi and cinnamon are all involved in this pairing. Yeah, but anyways, I got to see the blackbacks.
See, and I made a decision early on in my hobbyist, and I'm just a hobbyist guy. I'm not ever trying to be a business or any of that. I never had any aspirations to do any of that. I'm just a guy that loves ball pythons. This is my favorite species of snake because I was afraid of snakes. And these snakes, they move my speed. I'm a big, slow, lumbering old man, and they move just like a slow, fat, lumbering old man. So I don't have to dodge. I could dodge, but sometimes when they strike at me, I'll scream like a schoolgirl, and I can get out of here.
Yeah.
That makes me
see. I've got 94 ball pythons. I start all of my babies on frozen thawed mouse hoppers. I've all 94 or 5 ball pythons in here. All eat frozen thawed rats, mice, whatever they are, size wise. From J Royals, I picked up a Krypton. It's an Enchi Krypton with Paz OD, Paz yellow belly, and it's Het OD. Not OD, Het DG, Desert Goat.
Just when I thought I was getting better with genetics, I said, say what?
Yeah, right.
What's that?
Now I went and screwed everything up.
Damn it! I gotta get Het OD now.
Yeah, right. Now I gotta get Het OD. What the hell?
Yeah, we're always
I learned the ball python genetics from Brian Barczyk. He was great about it, man. He would break down the genes and tell you what type of gene they were. It's a simple recessive. It's an incomplete dominant. I think he called them co-dominants back then, but whatever. We knew what he was talking about. But I would watch his videos over and over and over again.
Yeah. I used to watch him, and who was the one that really did Hardwick? I could pinpoint that guy's voice
right,
in a million people
with Bobby.
With Bobby Bamboo.
Yeah, the Bamboo. I used to watch Rob Bearclaw on YouTube, and he used to. I don't know if you ever watched him. He was in Malaysia. He's now taken a 3-year hiatus because he's moved to Vietnam, I think, with his. But he was in Malaysia, and he used to do the genetics with the pipe cleaners. I don't know if you ever saw him. He would lay it down in like the DNA strands where the pipe cleaners, like this is a head. He'd put like a little clip on it.
I love it.
And I always suggest people, he's a scientist guy. He understands science and he understands how to explain it to people. And so he was the one that when we were talking about allelic and cinnamon and enchi and chocolate and spot nose, and I said to him, well, if enchi is allelic with, because I've always been an HRA fan, I said, do you think that enchi is allelic? And he's the one explaining, he goes, no, there's only, and he broke that down for me. There's 2 spaces.
Okay.
And if it's allelic with this one, then it's allelic, and that one's allelic with this one, then this one's allelic. A is B, B is C, all that type of thing.
Carry the Y.
Always carry the 1 whenever possible. Just carry it. You never know. You get extra. So you get extra.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So is the black back thing, is that something that like you would say is like your biggest focus?
I would say black back. I also have a lot of I don't do piebald. I don't do pieds at all. Pieds are one of the reasons I got into this as well. I just, when you start breeding them and it's like pied, sometimes for me it just feels like it's a little bit too spontaneous, or sometimes they're all white,
unpredictable.
Right, unpredictable. Thank you.
We weren't dealing with an unpredictable situation already.
Right. Well, and that's why I like the allelic stuff, right? Because I know it's like some's going to be cinnamon, some's going to be enchi, some's going to be blackhead, some's going to be chocolate, some's going to be spot nose.
Supers and allelic,
but everything's going to have something, and it's. I put a cinnamon enchi, my cinnamon enchi male, and I put him to my cinnamon enchi pinstripe just to prove to people these are allelic. I'm going to tell you right now, the only thing I'm going to get is I'm going to get super cinny, super enchi, or cinnamon enchi, and all those with pinstripe. I got 4 eggs. I got 5, but 1 went bad. I got 4 eggs. I made 4 supers, 2 super enchis, 2 super cinnies, and I still have the super cinny. She's down there. I sold the male super cinny and I kept the female, and I still have both of the female super enchis, one with pinstripe. And one of the guys was like, how can you call and know what you're going to get in the, I said, because it's limited when you work with supers or you work with the ALS, the act like supers, then, you take a lot of the surprise out of it. What's coming.
Yeah.
It's just how they come, how they combine once they get in the, and they're neat to try to figure out how to, because if you're trying to make like a gargoyle clown, which is like a cinnamon HRA clown, I can't put a gargoyle het clown to a clown and make a gargoyle clown. I got to get one of those genes on the other side to come, from the other parent, or else you can't make it. So I remember back in the day, Brian Barczyk one time had up on his website a cinnamon super inchy, and I was like, yeah, it's impossible. You can't make that because there's only 2 spots, right? Yep. So you can't make a super with the other one. It just doesn't, because that's 3 spots, and we
cancel
don't have 3.
Carry the one.
Carry the one. Always carry the one.
While we're carrying the one, I'm ready to see some snakes, Coach. I'm ready.
Me too. Let's look at this pastel lesser.
Let's do it.
Let's see her. Chris, I hope you're watching. You made this. You made
him or Shauna.
You made a lot of this happen. You made a lot of this happen.
He'll be watching one way or another.
Look at her.
This is just pastel lesser, but look how clean she is. This is a decade-old female.
That's awesome.
Right? So it's got the pastel, but you don't see, she's not browned out hardly at all. She does have some tipping, but she makes beautiful babies. And you got to remember, she's a big old girl. I'm freakishly large at 6'4", 335 pounds. So I have huge hands. I wear a size 18 shoe. This snake is big.
Okay,
you're tall, Coach.
Okay, now that you put it into perspective, I really can imagine now how big she is.
That snake and I are the same size.
She's about as big around as my forearm, and that head is giant.
Oh, she's huge.
Big. Yeah, Coach, you got some mitts. Do you even use a glove when you catch a baseball?
I have sausage fingers. I can't operate little buttons, all that stuff.
Oh.
You got to see this. I got to show this one. Where's your head at? I don't feel like getting bit.
Either getting bit or jumping 8 feet in the opposite direction. It's usually what happens for me.
This is her daughter. See the black back? That's HRA.
Okay.
Pastel lesser, HRA. So, but the sides, that yellow sides go all the way down. Mm-hmm. Okay, don't pull. I'm trying to show you. See the yellow?
Yeah.
All the way down. It's just yellow. And it has kind of a pewtery look, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of a pewtery look because the HRA and Cine are the same, complex. So it does funny stuff. But look at that clean black back.
Very cool. That's a great pattern.
We're breeding her to the blackhead.
We love to see it. We love to see it.
Lace will say a little prayer for her tonight.
Thank you.
Really well.
Thank you.
You really will. It's true.
Really well.
Cross me, Dominus.
Really, really well.
And so I can't see.
Man, I wonder if me and Allie are still fighting. I need to ask her for a beer.
If you have to ask, you're still fighting. From a guy who's been married 23 years with her, 26. Yeah, you're still fighting.
Because we got on the podcast and you guys, Willie is really testing our patience lately.
Is Willie testing her patience?
He's Willie bad. I love that. So we scream at each other because of Willie.
Oh.
So this is an elite lit combo. Act like super. She'll never make a normal wild type. This is the Enchi. This is Enchi with HRA. You can see like the Enchi, how it gets that yellowy color, maybe sometimes peachy down here at the bottom. Yeah. You can see the alien heads are Enchi, but the whole body markings are all HRA.
That's crazy.
And so
does it have an Enchi eye? Or does it take it out?
I don't know. It's not green.
Really.
No, not really.
That's cool. Well,
so this, what I'm
bit.
thinking, is this is Poset VPI Xanthic. Her sister is visual, or not her sister, but her half sister is a visual VPI Xanthic HRA, and I'm putting her to an Enchi Het VPI Xanthic. The goal is to make the Raider helmet snake. Silver sides, black stripe down the back.
I think that is wicked, dude. That's cool. Wait, hey, Coach, bring it back real quick.
Yes.
Do y'all see the belly? How the belly has a stripe down the center of the belly?
Yeah, they're really tight belly. See how the pattern comes all the way underneath the sides?
Yes.
They have what I call a tight belly. They don't like a pied would have like a wide belly. HRAs have like a tight belly, like one like strip down the middle.
And it kind of does this the rest of the way. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's interesting.
It's a little inverted black pack.
Yeah, she's cool. She was fun to come out of the egg because I didn't know that it would be black backed, and that's the whole reason I did the pairing is because I wanted to see if it was black backed so it could still be part of the Raider helmet project.
This is so cool.
I like it. The Raider.
Are you going to name it, Coach? Are you going to name it?
The Raider helmet snake. I think I already did.
You did.
I know, can we always say the Raider helmet snake?
Yeah, always. When I make it, I'm not done yet.
RHS, Raider helmet snake.
Yeah.
You have some RHS with your HRA.
Okay, so this we're gonna have to do a little compare and contrast. This is a gargoyle.
So a gargoyle.
See how it has the black back, but then it has like a dash. It has dashes from the cinnamon in there. So what I have is I've got a black back cinnamons, a male and a female, that I made from my supposed genetic blackback to my cinnamon Enchi to make the cinnamon Enchi genetic blackback, but that it wasn't a genetic blackback. She doesn't make a lot of blackback. So we changed, pivoted, and went HRA.
Pivot.
So that is, see how dark she is? Look at the hair.
Very.
Dude, there's a shit. Hey, that thing wants to play. Okay. There's a shit ton to still be done with the whole gargoyle thing. Am I crazy?
Yeah, no, you're not. Let me show you another gargoyle, which is a little bit different than her. They're sisters, but she just carries another gene. It's HRA. Well, cinnamon's is already very reactive. It's a very reactive gene. You put pastel with it, you get a pewter.
Also, isn't it crazy that even just a couple years ago, you'd go to a show and people were all over they all wanted a gargoyle. How quickly things change.
Quickly.
A couple years ago, I would say when I started-ish.
Yeah, but then it was a couple years ago. We had a gargoyle that we acquired from someone else, and it moved on very quickly. They wanted a gargoyle.
So this is a gargoyle too.
Yeah.
But look how much lighter she is.
Yeah, a lot lighter.
Just got one gene. This is a gargoyle with fire. So cinnamon, HRA, fire. See how much lighter her head is?
Yes.
Almost like a pewter head.
I like it. Oh, hi.
She just gave us a kiss.
So this is pewter with fire, HRA, cinnamon, and fire, or what I call the flaming gargoyle.
Oh.
What does that look like?
That's me. Flaming. It's fire coming off of there. Flaming.
That's cool.
At least that gargoyle face was something for the record books.
If I were a flaming gargoyle, I'd be like this.
Flaming gargoyle.
We're having a good time. We're living our best life.
That's all we're supposed to be doing is having a...
That is.
If we're doing nothing else, my God, I hope you're laughing.
Would you be would you be this gargoyle?
Do it.
Yeah, the nose picking gargoyle.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So this one is another HRA.
That one.
This one is HRA Enchi Fire. So you can still see the inchy, the bottom of the alien heads doing the inchy thing. And he's got a couple of crossovers, so we'll definitely have to put him to something that's got a really nice black back.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that black head. But this is just a young male.
It's a wee babe.
Just a wee babe.
It's a baby.
R.I.P. Catherine O'Hara.
I'm going to show you one more HRA. I'm not going to show you the visual HRA VPI Xanthics because of the HRA, it browns out. So I got to get Inchy and Fire in there to try to, and then we might go Desert Ghosts, obviously. Try to.
So HRA browns out in VPI?
Yeah, and Xanthic, because the head-red Xanthic is trying to make kind of that wood grain tone in the darks. That's where it brings out that red in.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of my favorite snakes in my collection. This is HRA, and it's just Chris's snake is dad. This is brother to the pastel lesser. This is just lesser HRA. And look how clean that back is. One little tail stripe.
Yeah.
One little dot behind his head. So the male that I started all this with was an HRA, and he was a best looking HRA with a great black back.
Mm-hmm.
And I lost him to a feeding accident. He hit the tongs wrong, and I tried to save him, but he hurt himself. I was devastated.
Yeah.
But look at the alien heads, how clean they are. There's no, just a few.
They're silver inside.
Right. And then down here on the bottom where his sister's yellow from the pastel, he's like, it's just a green hue. They used to call HRA sometimes too green pastel.
I heard that.
But look how
green pastel.
That dorsal stripe is just clean as can be.
As a whistle. I like that.
And that's my jam, man. I'm digging that.
Me too, man.
It's different. It's not, not everybody's working blackback stuff in the hobby.
No. I don't know if I know anybody. I mean, that doesn't say too much, but
don't bite me, Kay.
Lace, do you hear that?
What? Don't bite me?
Don't bite him.
So this snake I bought, and I moved that light so it's going to glare right in the screen. So this is the snake. Don't you do it. This is the snake that Lee Hingle picked out of a ball box. 1,000 ball pythons in there, all supposedly normals.
My dog, I need you to bring the light back. Just to tits before you lose your face, Coach.
It does have a little sass to it.
Darkest damn snake ever.
Very dark.
F1, right? This F1. Her mom was in Africa in the wild, and they catch them, have them. They're gravid. They have them come in, lay the eggs, and then they release the female and hatch the eggs. And look at how big the alien heads run together on her. She doesn't make blackbacks though, but she sure is pretty.
She is pretty.
I tried to do the genetic blackback thing. I tried to do the dinker thing.
That's all you can do is try. All you can do is try, Coach.
At first you don't succeed.
That exactly right. I mean, I went from making a mystic potion to a purple passion. You have to be able to pivot.
You do have to be able to pivot, and you've got to be able to pivot fast. You've also got to be able to take constructive criticism, or you're.
I'm gonna tell you what, if you can't take a little bit of heat or constructive criticism in this hobby, you're not gonna.
You're doomed. You're doomed.
Oh, you're darn straight.
Doomed.
Or the good old, you can't care about your snakes if you keep them in a rack. We all get that. We do care.
Let me tell you, that pastel lesser HRA, I had her in one of these 2x2x1s as I was bringing her up. She was eating just fine. She's never seen a live rodent. She was started on frozen thawed mice hoppers, and she was eating fine. As soon as I put her in that 2x2x1 with hides and perfect husbandry, and she stopped eating.
Everything you thought would just be the delight of her life. She'd be so happy.
Exactly.
Yeah, and so like, I tried to do something nice for you.
I moved her over here into the 70 series tub.
Happy as a clam.
3 days later, boom, eating like no problem.
We have a king snake like that.
Really?
Put her in the tank of what I thought would be her dreams.
I have kept ball pythons now for 13 years. I've kept them in every type of enclosure. I used to keep the babies when I would bring them in, like that pastel lesser that I brought in from Chris. She started here with me in a 10-gallon aquarium with paper towels on the bottom and an under tank heater with a little thermostat on it. And I had 8-10 tanks in here. I've got PVC cages. I've got vision cages. That pastel lesser lived for a long time in a Vision 332. That's a 3 foot by 30 inches deep by almost 2 feet high, or maybe 2 foot high. It's a big cage. But you can't have 94 ball pythons on the size if you're using Vision 332.
You can't. 6. Or you just need their own house. Right. You just need their own house.
And she did great in it. She's been a vision cage now, a smaller vision cage, but ball pythons don't need the space that most people think they need. Again, Rob Bearclaw on his channel, he was doing studies where he gave a snake an underground hide, so it was like a false floor, and it had like a 6-quart tub in the bottom, and the snake spent
I've always wondered about that.
Underneath in the 6-quart tub. The only time he would see the snake is at night when she would come up and sit and wait for rodents to come by. They're ambush predators. They're not going to go out. We're going to go across town and get something to eat. We're going to sit right here and hope something rolls right by. Right.
Biggie bags.
They're opportunistic. They're like, You
got any biggie bags, blackbacks over there?
That's why they'll feed almost to death, because in their habitat, it's feast or famine. So you eat when the food is there, and then because you're going to go through a time where you're not going to see anything or come across any rodents. So, I think I have 94 ball pythons. They all eat frozen thawed. They all eat rats or mice or whatever I offer. The thing is I just don't offer them all the damn time. Your ball python takes 14 days for its organs and things to go back to a resting state. So if you're feeding every 2 weeks, your ball python's still
a little for time, a little pressured.
Right.
And a lot of stress on the organs.
It's still getting rid of the Taco Bell.
Right. And they're always trying to digest, and their bodies just are never. So my adults, I feed my adult females every 4 to 5 weeks, and my adult male, they get a medium, but they get a medium, not one of these like, okay, it's a big small. And then I feed my males about a small every 4 weeks. And funny thing is way back there, I went, listening to Brian Barczyk back in the day, and this was before we had, before guys were using ultrasound and everything. And Brian said, we feel like if we can get a total of 20 meals into a breeder female, we have a really good chance that she'll give us a clutch. And I thought, 20 meals? Well, you figure if you feed every 7 days, that's 52. If you feed every other week, right. If you feed every other week, that's 26 meals. So you don't even have to feed them every other week. What I'll do is I'll feed every 4 to 5 weeks, my big females. And then when I start pairing them, how they start really ravenously eating, then I'll start offering about every 2 weeks, maybe 10 days. I get them, maybe 3 rats in 4 weeks instead of, a rat here and then a rat again 4 weeks later. So they get one in the middle. And I've gotten eggs and healthy clutches, and I think the problem is, and the reason that the ball python gets a problem, a finicky eater, it's not finicky. It just can't keep up with your feeding regimen every 7 to 14 days anymore. It just can't do it.
Or your constant accosting of them to try and eat something. Let's be real. There are people that try and feed it and then are like, all right, tomorrow I'm going to try again. People, please don't try again tomorrow.
The best advice I ever got from a guy that was here and who was breeding ball pythons long time ago, and now he lives in Texas. He's a great guy, and he's still into animals and everything. He just doesn't really do the ball pythons anymore. And I asked him, I said, I got this snake and I can't get it to feed. It hasn't eaten in a couple of months, and I'm concerned. And, like all newbies are. And he said, this is what I want you to do. Don't offer that snake a rat for 6 weeks. I know for you guys that are new, it's going to be hard. And at 6 weeks, it doesn't see a rodent. In that 6th week, when I said, okay, I'm finally going to present a meal to it hammered a meal. The meal that I had when I'm feeding frozen thawed off of tongs, they're coming out of the tubs to take it from me. I'm not giving it to them. They're taking it.
Yeah.
So you gotta be quick.
Right.
You gotta be quick.
You just have to sit back and say, and remind yourself, hey, they're going to eat when they're going to eat.
It's gonna be okay.
Trust me. I just had.
But we've all been there. We all were those people. Poor Larry from Lindworm.
We all were.
He heard from me a lot. The numeral spoke.
And when those people ask a question, I'm always like, look, you got this. You can do this. But this is what I want you to do. And I give them the same advice that somebody gave me. And then I don't feed them so much. When I give a lot of snakes to kids because I've coached football and sports for 35 years. So I've got, 8, 10 snakes that are with kids. And so they're always texting me, and I make them promise, you only going to feed this snake this size rat until you call me or text me and say, okay, it's this big. Okay, now this is what I want you to do. And I never get a call from them or a text from them saying that my snake won't eat. Well, their snakes always eat because they're fed on a more realistic and natural feeding schedule. I think even then they get fed more than they would get out in the wild. They don't need to eat that much. They really don't.
Hey, Coach.
Yeah.
Do you hear that? It's time for lightning round.
Hold on.
It's time for lightning round with Lace. It's lightning time.
I'm ready.
She was supposed to say,
"Watch,
Coach, are you ready for the thunder?"
Can you hear it now? I can't turn it up.
We have a visitor.
Scared the shit out of me, Mary.
Right. I tried to warn you.
There was a lot of lightning playing. Y'all couldn't tell me?
I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at the thunder button on my computer.
I cannot wait to watch this live.
This is going to be fun.
Oh, now guess what? Now you're not in a fight because now she's in there laughing in the other room. That did it. You guys are good now.
You're in the clear now. You're in the clear now.
She left the wiener here. She literally said, "Here's your beer and your wiener."
Yep. See, but you're good now. It just all depends on how you
brought it to you. She brought it to you. If she don't bring it to you,
above all, I am grateful. I'm
but now that she's brought it,
roll it to you.
That's the chink in the armor. That's your opening. You just go out and say, "Hey, thank you for bringing my drink. That was so nice." See that? That's easy peasy. I'm giving advice even on relationships in here.
Anytime you need a little therapy, just call Coach, guys.
There you go. Nothing like the advice of an old man who how to.
You say old, I say experienced. Good at math. Obviously,
that's what I say.
Good at math.
Gray means experience.
I love it. Coach, welcome to Lightning Round with Lace. I know you know how this goes.
Oh yeah.
Are you wanting to go slow and steady, or are you going to be a top contender for the fastest Lightning Round with Lace?
You've seen those dogs, the Australian Shepherds, do the the weaving the poles and jumping over and through the tunnel.
Yes.
Yeah, that's me. Let's go. That's me.
Okay, I'm so ready. Here we go.
I'm going for the win.
Coach, what's the most challenging part about breeding ball pythons?
The most challenging thing about breeding ball pythons. I think the most challenging thing about breeding ball pythons is understanding, how to read your females and understand, now we can cheat, we can ultrasound and whatnot. I think the most challenging thing is to, it's always the most exciting pairing that you have going on that you're like, geez, she didn't go. But I think really watching, because they'll tell you by their actions, but the challenging thing is paying attention, I think, to your females and doing what they're telling you to do.
Absolutely. Coach,
they all don't pair at the same time. They don't do it that way.
No. What's your favorite cookie?
Chocolate chip.
What's a gene that you don't have but you want?
Cypress and Stranger.
Shout out your mentor.
Jeremy Kloss, Freaks of Nature.
Okay.
He's been doing this longer than I have, and he does vend at our local show. I bought an Enchi, just a male Enchi that I'll never ever sell because it's how I met him. Probably about a decade ago, 11 years ago, and he and I, like when I breed and I have clutches, he comes and looks, and if there's anything in there that he thinks he can use and over in his collection, he takes it over there and does that. And if I go over to his place and he's produced something, like he's got a pair, actually he's got 1.2, I can't even think of the name of the gene now. The one with the C that I just said.
Cypress.
Starts with C. Cypress. He's got 1.2 Cypress combo animals right now that he just texted me like this last Sunday. He goes, hey, next weekend you got to come over. I've got 1.2 Cypress combos that you can pick. You can take all three of them. You can have a pair of them. You can, and so, he comes and I gave him a couple animals last year. And then this year I got from him a Super Enchi Orange Dream Vanilla. We know it's vanilla because Super Vanilla was one of the parents, and she's just a beautiful animal. And so anytime we can help each other out and, we take the nasty part out of it, the money, and don't worry about what you got or what you gave. Just that's my brother, man. It's family to me. And if he wants one of my animals, not only can he have it, I am honored that he'd like to keep it and put it in his collection.
What an incredible answer. You're a big old softy, Coach. I love that about you.
Me too.
Big
he
teddy
did say he's
bear.
all for the girls.
I am all for the girls. I love the girls to death. I just root for them all the different times.
It just makes sense. He gets us.
He gets us. He's family. Coach, how do you organize your projects?
I don't know. I think a lot of times they kind of merge really in this game. I organize my stuff usually by dorsal. I'm doing stripe stuff because I have genetic stripe. I have genetic stripe banana. I have a genetic stripe female. One of my pairings is I want to do leopard genetic stripe hets. So that I can, I think the leopard and genetic stripe is just amazing. It makes the stripe like double wide,
double bold.
What I want to do, and then I want to do like from there go into the Kiki, clown genetic stripe. I think is amazing, and I also think that like allelic stuff. Like I'm just starting to get into the vanilla gene because I'm really heavy in fire. And so then the vanilla scream or vanilla cream clowns really look a lot like the Kiki ball. It kind of makes almost the same type of look on the clown. So just those type of things. I'm gonna allelic stuff and then my recessive stuff, because I'm not to the point where I'm gonna, other than clown and hypo, I want to do hypo clown stuff. And so I've picked up some visual hypo het clown and a spot spot nose, double het hypo clown to just start working those and get some visual hypo clowns going. But I separate them by dorsal project. So with black back, it's striped, it's funky, or and then I do it by my recessive projects, and then I start mixing those down the road. I'm not Justin Kabelka, darn it. I'm going at my own pace.
You're cooler.
Yeah, I'm going at my own. I'm in no race. I've never been in a race, and I never invested in a ball python. So all my ball pythons, I've never sold a proven breeder. Never. I don't know that I'm going to be able to. I'm going to try, but they may all just have to stay here. I don't know.
We love that about you because we're the same. We're the same.
I just can't do it, man. I'm like,
I know.
You can see him looking at you like, you're going to do me dirty like that, dog? I'm like, no, man, I'm not doing that to you. You can still.
Yeah, and sometimes it's like, dude, no one will give you the kind of care that I will.
Right.
This is your
That's
home.
the way I think. It just doesn't, they're not going to love you like I do. So,
yeah. Sometimes you just got a Mighty Joe Young, those snakes. This is your home.
And I think part of it too is the story behind kind of like, I always, when I get a chance to yell at Chris on anything, I say, hey, I still have one in my collection, an eyeball python. Yeah. I also have
one from your good buddy and like all these sentimental animals. I'd be totally the same.
I also have a Ben Rennick produced animal that will never go anywhere because how am I going to get another one? So, just a great guy, and I was sick when that all went down.
Coach, what is some advice that you would give to somebody new, whether they're keeping, hobby, whatever?
Don't feed the hell out of them. Just chill out with the feeding. And that's why I've been in the hobby 13 years, but you don't see a lot of, and we were making the heck out of, the bumblebee and the blue-eyed Lucies and the mystic. I mean, we were breeding lots of ball pythons. And so where are those animals at now? They would be 15, 16 years old. I don't see a lot of them. And I don't think I see a lot of them because, you hear people say, oh, yesterday the snake was fine. And then today I come in and it's, the belly up and it's not living anymore. And I think a lot of that time is it's got to be, if you don't see anything wrong, you don't see anything on the outside, it's got to be internal. And these animals store a lot of the fats and whatnot in their organs. And, I think a lot of time we're losing these animals from organ failure, kind of like, human beings that are too heavy.
Yeah. Whatever. You better stop it.
I just think that's what I tell them. Don't overfeed them. Just relax. Mm-hmm. You're going to be fine. If they eat every 2 or 3 weeks, they're going to be fine.
Yeah. Coach, who are your top 3 favorite breeders?
Oh, this one's easy for me. Justin Kabelka. I got to bow down to, he's the master. I think he's done such a great job for this hobby. And I think he's a pretty good person for being and doing all that he's done. And he still does a lot for this. Ozzy is one of my favorites. Ozzy, when I first started, he was just coming up. OD wasn't even a thing yet. We were still Enchy Fire. That's why I remember I picked up from Mike Wilbanks an Enchy Fire girl off a Reptile Ring. You guys don't know what Reptile Ring is? Reptile Ring was the very first auction site. That's where I got the animal from Ben Rennick. I got Mike Wilbanks. I got a couple animals from him, but it was like an auction site that Mike Wilbanks ran. And but I can remember there was a couple older breeders, guys that had been around for a while. When I picked up the Enchy Fire, they were like, that's a good pickup because she can do it. And she's made beautiful, beautiful animals for me.
I can't wait to be cool like Coach.
Yeah. I mean, he's the coolest.
Be around, do cool things.
Coach, we may know this already, but what is your hobby outside of reptiles? Do you play a little sports ball or what?
I coached a little football for 20 years of high school football. I won 2 Arizona State championships, one at the largest level where I won that game. I coached in the Cardinal Stadium 3 times. I'm kind of proud of that. and I won a 3A state championship when I was coaching at a smaller school. And I've just the kids that I coached a kid that ran in 2 Olympic games. He went to the finals and he finished 4th in 1 Olympics and 5th in the first. He was effectively 1 place away from an Olympic bronze medal and 2 places away from it the first time. And what an amazing kid. He played football at University of Oregon up there near you.
Yeah.
He blew out his knee in the Rose Bowl, returning the opening kickoff. And I've coached kids that played in the NFL. I had a couple kids that played in the NFL, but my favorite player of all time really never played a down that meant anything on a Friday night. He'd go in with we were up big or down big. But during the week of practice, we you need scout kids to be the other team for your offense so that you can practice. And this kid's name is, I called him Johnny G because his last name was started with G, but it was a whole bunch of letters. And I played football before they knew what concussions were. So I couldn't say all that. So he was just Johnny G to me. He never really played like a downs on Friday night, but during the week of practice, he was the guy playing defensive line and just giving everything he had. And the starting guys would be mad at him. And I said, all he's trying to do is get you ready for Friday night, and you're mad at him. He's trying to help you. And he ended up coming into the school one day and said to me, hey, coach, I got into Notre Dame. I'm going to study engineering. And I told him, I said, hey, Johnny, driving trains isn't all it's cracked up to be. And he said, coach, not that kind of engineer. He's an aeronautical engineer now, and he works for a company called Boeing. And he's making all kind of money. And I am so proud of that kid. And just a team player kid, did whatever I needed him to do. And they don't make a lot like that guy. And I'm so proud of that kid.
Shout out Johnny G.
Johnny G. Funny thing is we had a team chaplain, a priest, because I was coaching at a Catholic school. I'm not Catholic, but that's where the football was. So I did my deal. But he came up to me. Father Olivier was his funeral. And Johnny G walks up to me and says, Coach Witt, I don't know if you remember me. And I'm looking at him going, Johnny G, I'm never going to forget you. So I got to talk to him. I also get letters like stuff like this.
I'm not crying.
From
You're
kids.
Crying.
Kids in college that end the letter by saying, you have made me better just by being my coach. And, stuff when you get stuff like this, that's why you do it, because it's not for the money. They don't pay you but a couple bucks maybe.
Yeah.
But I've had just a wonderful time coaching these young men, and I've met some amazing, amazing young folks. The country's going to be okay. We have beautiful and awesome young people. Don't worry about it. They're all right. They're okay. I went in for all y'all. Check them out. They're good. They're good.
Thank you for doing your due diligence, Coach.
I gave myself up and I ran in and I cut back out and said, yeah, they'll be okay. We'll be all right.
Well, hey, I know if you and Nikki are in charge of shaping the future of the world, we're going to be just fine.
I'm
I love that.
I'm hoping. They're
Coach,
great kids.
What is your favorite song?
My favorite song, I'm eclectic where it comes to music.
Me too,
I will tell you, back in 1986, in the same year, I saw Kiss, and Wasp opened up for Kiss. And in the same year, I also went and saw the Beastie Boys open up for Run DMC. So I have an eclectic, but if I had to pick favorites, I have to pick like per genre. So like R&B, my favorite song would be A House Is Not a Home by Luther Vandross.
Yeah, then, baby.
Right. Yeah. And then my favorite rap song would be Tupac, Dear Mama. It's a song about his mom because I'm kind of a sensitive mama boy too. And right, and then I really like Queen, the Rhapsody. I love that song.
Oh my gosh!
I want to play it every road trip. So you can do.
Well, it'll last you the whole. You just have to listen to the song once. It'll last you the whole road trip.
Right. But I like a lot of music. I'm very eclectic when it comes to music.
Me too. I feel like music is something that you can't. Well, at least in my eyes and heart, you can't. It's too big. It's too much. It's too much to.
Good music is just good music. I always try to. My kids were exposed to older stuff, and
heck yeah,
you got to educate those kids. Show them what good music really sounds like.
We got to tell them. What is your favorite incomplete dominant?
HRA. HRA is my favorite, and then I would have to say my top three: HRA and Enchi and Leopard. I like Leopard a lot. I didn't even show you any of my Leopard stuff. I got some really nice Leopard stuff.
I mean, we can still do it, or we can catch on the follow-up. It's up
to you, Coach. We'll do the follow-up. We'll have to do it on the
because I want you to have a reason to invite me back. God darn it, I don't want to be one and done.
We gotta leave people waiting for some more too.
Yeah, no, Coach, you are not a one and done guy. You're in our circle forever.
Thank you, Lace. I appreciate that.
What is your favorite recessive project?
My favorite recessive right now is Hypo. I love Hypo, but I'm doing the DGs too. I just picked up an Enchi Fire Desert Ghost because I was praised the last time I picked up an Enchi Fire. So I said, if I'm going to Desert Ghost something, I should probably have Enchi and Fire in there. So I picked up an Enchi Fire Desert Ghost female, and I have a visual Desert Ghost male that I'm putting to one of that girl's babies. Again, it's a pastel lesser cinnamon leopard, and I don't know what's going on with her, but we're going to put the DG to her and see if something shakes out in that. But she's a weird looking one.
We love those. We love the weirdos.
Oh, yeah.
Coach, what's your favorite movie?
All right, I've got two that are a tie.
Deal. Let's hear them.
Bill Murray starring in the movie Stripes. It's a comedy back in the day. And the other one would be Caddyshack.
I thought you were going Caddyshack the first go around. Okay.
Yeah.
Love both of them.
I love that movie. I love Stripes. I just
Never
Bill Murray just cracks me up, man. That dude is
timeless comedy. What is your best snake room pro tip besides don't overfeed them?
Yeah, here, that's my next pro tip is only fill up their water bowls less than halfway, because that way if they get it in it or flip it, then you ain't got a huge mess. And you need to be changing that stuff about every 4 to 5 days, because by the time it's there 4 days, it's stagnant and they're not going to drink it anymore anyway. They might soak in it, but they ain't going to drink it. So I always say, I have a time where I'm going around cleaning, and then I'll just be like 15 minutes. I'm going to change out as many water bowls as I can, and dump them, wipe them, refill them, and
you got to get rid of that weird film.
Yeah, they don't like to drink stagnant water. So change your water and only fill your water bowls up about halfway, maybe even less than half, because they'll even throw like a loop in it, even in like the Freedom. That's not a Freedom breed, it's an ARS, but it's got the cups in it, and they'll throw a loop in there just to, I live in the desert, so it's dry here. So my snakes like to soak a little bit more than probably a lot of people.
I imagine. Yeah.
So don't fill up your water bowls all the way, because they're just going to spill it, or they're going to, they're going to spill it. They're not going to drink that much, man. You don't need, 4 gallons of water in there for them. They're good with it, just a little bit.
Love it. Well, Coach, you have survived lightning round with Lace.
I didn't think I would be able to do it.
I think you did it in absolute record time.
I think so too.
I think so too.
I
think I'm definitely the leader in the clubhouse at this point, for sure.
He was running the combine.
You're the leader in this clubhouse to me, Coach.
Yes.
This one right here.
Thank you. Gosh darn it.
We can't wait to have you back on, man.
Yeah.
Someday I might want to do, just a little bit of live podcast style thing, but I don't know that I can see all of the stuff that you guys have. I'm pointing to around the screen and all that beautiful. Yeah, I got nothing. I got no idea how y'all did that.
It's ever changing. Who is?
Oh my goodness.
Willie.
The dog.
When were y'all going to tell me he's back here shredding all my new leopard gecko supplies?
We can't see him. He's just sitting there.
Willie is chomping on Pangea right now. Will.
Pangea. I was going to get a crested. I have bull snakes. I have bull snakes and I have a Brettles python. But I want to get I think I want a crusty gecko. I have a Pac-Man frog in there too. In case I get any cake babies.
She got the supplies all straight. Well, Lace just got a couple of cresties, right? Isn't that what you just got? Cresties?
Did y'all?
Coach would like to get a cresty.
Coach.
Can you co-have them?
No.
You can't put a pair, huh? You get just one per little cage.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that's so far my understanding. But yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, no. But my God.
Lace now needs to reorder supplies.
Nikki, shut your mouth.
Was it a dog? Was it a dog that ate it or a cat?
It's Willie, my damn wiener dog.
The dog ate her homework.
Terrible right now. He's in the terrible 2 thing. He just got out a couple hours ago. Allie found him squawking at the roosters in 2 or 3 neighbors down, y'all. Send help, pray for me. The weenie dog.
Those little wiener dogs, the dachshunds, they think they're like lion killers. They believe. They believe in themselves. They have a very, very strong self-confidence.
Dude.
For such a little dog.
For as obsessed with him as we are, I don't recommend a dachshund to anybody. Not one. They're untrainable. They are more stubborn than a Taurus, and that's a lot because I'm a Taurus. They're so stubborn. They kill you with how fucking cute they are. You're constantly worried about their backs. You're constantly worried because they're trash dogs. They will get into everything. Okay. Terrible. I came home
that's why they're like down there
2 shredded hats.
Get in the holes. And
he's awful.
Get the varmint.
But anyways, yeah, don't get a weenie dog.
I just want one to dress up like a hot dog at Halloween time one year.
You can borrow Laces.
The Wienermobile, the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile one Halloween.
You're not wrong.
I would never get tired of that.
3. Willie had 3 Halloween outfits this year. It was Taylor awesome. Swift, and me and Allie were his security. At my work Halloween event, we were Mini-Me and Dr. Evil. The jail scene when they're in jail. And then number 3, he was, what else was he, Nikki?
I don't remember what the other thing was.
Oh, it'll come to me later.
Definitely remember the Mini-Me and Dr. Evil. And
I threatened my cat this year is to take her with me as you remember Dr. Evil and Mr. Bigglesworth.
Yes. Who could forget?
Mr. Bigglesworth.
I'm just going to take the clippers to my cat and make my own Mrs. Bigglesworth.
She will not be happy with you.
Send pics.
I won't do that.
You want pics of the cat or pics of what Coach looks like after shaving the cat? Because he will be torn to pieces.
Literally both. I want it side by side.
Yeah, no kid. I will take a beating from her. Oh. I love that cat to death.
Coach, I am incredibly excited for the follow-up.
I am too.
I
knew we were going to have fun, but I didn't realize how much fun.
A lot.
Yeah, and I have a lot of leopard stuff, and I only did blackback stuff. I didn't do stripe stuff yet. I've got more stripe stuff. I like stripes.
Well, shoot. We just might do it again before the follow-up. How about that?
Oh, we have to do it. Like part 2.
Yeah, why not?
P2.
I like it.
I've had a blast, Coach. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for being our friend.
Thank you for having me. And I think you two are doing an incredible show. an awesome thing for this hobby, and letting people get a chance to maybe get out in front of, people and extra people. I just, anytime somebody does something positive for a hobby that can be a little ruthless sometimes, I applaud positive stuff for the hobby. I think you guys are doing a great job. Keep it up. Thumbs up ranking.
Thank you, Coach.
And thanks for having me. Thank you for letting me come on and talk about what I love about this hobby, because I sure like these animals. They're awesome.
Yeah, you do. You keep every one of them.
Yeah. Show me some. 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 Show me some.